Now, I'm telling a story to Eppie. Say hello, Eppie. Say hello, Nellie. Say hello, Eppie. I'm recording this. Okay, I'll tell the story with Dicky and the Fairies. Now, years ago, we used to always go picking mushrooms. And Dicky used to always go picking mushrooms, but he used to always end up picking up too many mushrooms. He'd always bring too many home. And there was. They'd go off and go bad and they'd be thrown out. And there'd be no good telling them.
Sometimes people don't have any food that they go down and pick some and one day and starve.
Yeah.
And if they don't know where to stop it.
Yeah, so Granny used to always say, well, pick loads of them. But Nanny used to always say, well, you don't be so greedy. They have some mushrooms for the other people in the
Nanny
parish.
is right.
She was dead right, yeah. But anyway, Dicky went off on his bike anyway. Went up the back road up to Clonevin. Up by where Miss Lynch's had land up there. And there were two fields, so he went into the first field, parked out, he got off the bike and he went into the first field. And the first field was covered in mushrooms, it was sniving with mushrooms.
I don't like it.
You don't like the story?
I don't like this, Lucy.
Oh, you don't like the onesie on you?
I kind of like that. I kind of know, and I kind of have like this, and I wasn't kicked up. So Eppie, that's my bed.
That'll keep you warm tonight. Do you want to hear a story?
I don't like it. I don't like it, Daddy.
Okay, I'll take it off then. Oh, come here, get off this phone then. Right, I'm going to start the story again, right? Now, Dicky used to always go picking mushrooms, but he's always
not so bad. And he always
pick too much. So he went off, yeah, too much mushrooms now. So he went up the bike and up to Miss Lynch's back.
If he picks loads and there's none in the field, that means that nobody picks them. And whoever has no on the food and they don't know where to stop is, they will be starving and they couldn't eat anything and they might die.
Exactly that. So he went off anyway and he went into the first field and he picked 2 bags of mushrooms in about 2 minutes. There's so many mushrooms. Then he started picking more and put them into his coat pocket and under his hat and wherever he could fit for him. And he walked into the next field then, and the next field was even more mushrooms, and he couldn't believe it, there was so many mushrooms. And he went to go pick one mushroom, even though his bags were full. And he went down and he picked this one mushroom anyway, and as soon as he went down to here, he heard this little voice come up going, "Hey you!" And he goes, he looked around, he goes, what's that? "Yeah, you big idiot." And he looked around, he looked down, and he could see down by the mushroom was a little small man. I said, "Yeah?"
Daddy, it's not recording.
It is recording. And he says, the man says, "Lay the mushrooms alone there, you got enough to go home." And he goes, "Oh, well, no, you got enough for you now, thanks, no." "But you don't, you got enough, you're being greedy," he says, "you're being greedy, go home now." "No, yes, I won't, I got a little more mushrooms here, bring them home," he says. And he says, "No, you won't. If you pick this mushroom, it's going to rain and I get drenched." "Oh, yeah, so, well, just Dicky." And the fairy goes, "I'm telling you, if you pick it now, we'll put a spell on you." I said, no, no, yeah. And Dicky went down and he picked the mushroom and the fairy went mad. He said, "You stupid little old fucking Jesus Christ, fucking stupid. I ain't going to get you, Dicky." And next minute he put a spell on him. And didn't it all go dark all of a sudden. And didn't it start to rain. And it burst out of the sky. So Dicky started to turn around and ran. He picked up his 2 bags of mushrooms. And he ran towards the gate anyway, back to where his bike was. And he was running, he got as far as the gate, and he was meant to go over the gate, and he looked, and in his hand all he had was 2 empty white plastic bags. And he looked behind him, and all he could see was 2 lines of white mushrooms going back into the field. And he said, "Oh, jeez, mushrooms have to fall out of the bag." And he ran back to pick up the mushrooms, but sure, the mushrooms were all mushy and had turned into shite, and were weren't more than things. He said, "Oh, Lord God." So he ran anyway back down to the gate anyway, and he was going to cock his leg over the gate anyway. Next minute, to hear it. And he looked down, he burst the bags out of his trousers. He said, "Oh no, just me trousers, me good trousers." So he got over anyway, and he had his top coat and the carrier on the bike. So he takes it off anyway, and off the carrier, and goes to put it on. He puts on one arm, the arm rips underneath it. The other arm, oh Jesus! And he goes to pull the hood up, and he pulls the hood up, and the hood pulls clean off, straight off the coat, and the rain was pelting down his head, hitting him on the head, and there was a run down the back of his jacket, and down into down the back of his arse, and down into his socks. He was wringing from head to toe. He said, "Oh, jeez, what am I going to do now?" He said, "Oh, I'm going to." So he cocks his leg over on the bike anyway to go home. He crocks his leg, and his arse rips more out of the trousers, and the rain goes down all over down to his arse and down to his stockings and everything. And he starts to pedal, but sure, he pedalled a couple of yards on the bike. Next one, he hears, didn't they get too flat? He looked, and was there two flat tires. The two tires were punctured. And he had no other option but get off the bike and walk, and push the bike all the way home in the hard out driving rain. So he pushed the bike all the way down by Donaghue's and down into home. And he came in home anyway, and it was ringing away. And Granny goes, "Did you get any mushrooms, eh?" And no, I didn't. What happened? Why didn't you get any? She says. There was a little. Nanny goes, "A little man in the field." He goes, "Yeah, I told you." She said, "I told you not to pick too many mushrooms. You're being greedy." I goes, "I know." And what happened? He said, "Well, I picked the mushroom, and then the started red." And Mammy goes, "I told you." Yeah, he put the bad look on you. She says, that'll teach you now for being that fecker now, picking too many mushrooms, and you never ever pick too many mushrooms ever again. And from that day onwards, never anytime Dicky went out picking mushrooms, he only ever picked what he wanted. He never picked too much or too little. He just picked the perfect amount. And that's that story, Nellie. And Eppie?
And then the fairy.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Funny, dump it.
Yeah.
Dump it my umbrella again.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Sorry.
Good night now.
Is that actually earlier, guys?
I did record, yeah. Stop it now. Hang on now.
Can you see it?
No, it's not.